Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Jeffrey. Of course, this is the Inquisitive Universe, and today we're going to be talking about the problem with Oppo. Yeah, I am going to be calling Oppo out since nobody wants to. Let's get started. Alright, now Oppo are a subsidiary of tech giants BBK, and I think I should even do a video about BBK maybe one of these days if a lot of people are interested. BBK is a huge Chinese conglomerate that contains about 5 tech companies. Yeah, Oppo, Vivo, IQ, iQOO, Realme. So those are the 5 phones that are owned by this company, and amongst all of them, I think Oppo should probably be the biggest of them all. Right, there is also OnePlus. I forgot OnePlus. Right, so Oppo should be the biggest of them all when it comes to like volume of phones produced and number of users and all that. And Oppo came into Nigeria sometime after COVID, and I think they were buying. They were not buying. They were endorsing BB Nigeria winners left, right, and center, and that gained them a lot of popularity. But a pattern soon started to come out. Their phones were grossly overpriced. Something that for the most reason, for some reason nobody has agreed to call them out. Your big guys, they've all refused. And I've seen people come and say, Jeffrey, leave people's business alone. There is a collective responsibility, so long as you sit down in front of a camera to try to influence people's opinion about stuff. You owe the public, the society, a moral responsibility to tell them when they are being fleeced like sheep. But nobody wants to say it. So if nobody's going to say it, I'm going to say it. Right now, a lot of their phones for the most part have been overpriced, and for the most part it's really, for the longest, it's something that you want to look at and say, okay, this is not really that much of a big deal. You could let it pass. They could excuse that, okay, this is for this and that is for that and whatnot, but you could simply just let that one go away. But I was recently online on Facebook, and I was being hit with their ads left, right, center, and I was like, okay, fine, let me check out some of these ads that these people are putting out, and boy, I can't really. The painful thing is that people are actually buying it, and celebrities are actually endorsing it. Some people tell it's, so long as it's Oppo, it's good. Really. So I'm going to take 3 phones, right? 3 phones that are a symptom of this malady, this problem, and I'm going to hold it up for you to see, so that you can tell me if what this company is doing is actually good or if we should give them a pass. Very serious, right? So we're going to look at these 3 phones. Now, these 3 phones are the Oppo A3X and A3 4G. On one side, they're actually literally the same phone. The only difference between the Oppo A3X and the A3 4G is that the A3X has an 8MP main camera. The basic A3 4G has a 50MP main camera, whilst the A5 Pro 4G, on the other hand, which is what we're comparing against, which is currently the latest one, which is selling for 330 something thousand naira right now. You know what? Let's just get straight to the comparison. Let me not waste your time. Okay, fine. So here are both phones side by side. Now, on one hand, you have the Oppo A3 and the Oppo A3 4G. On the other hand, you have the Oppo A5 Pro, right? Now, both phones are plastic. The A5 Pro is slightly heavier, right? Now, the only difference you can see here is that the Oppo A3 and A3X, they have IP54 rating, whilst the Oppo A5 Pro offers IP68, 69. Okay, so we move on from there. Both phones use the exact same display, 6.6-inch IPS LCD, 720p. Who in their right minds is selling a 720p phone for 330k, and people are buying a 720p phone for 330k? But this is what it is, right? 90 Hz, 1000 nits, 264 ppi. What the hell is Panda Glass? Okay, the Oppo A5 Pro has Gorilla Glass 7.1 or AGC D-Star and screen protection. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Processor, Snapdragon 6S 4G Gen 1. For those people who do not know, I think I have a viral video on this topic. The Snapdragon 6S 4G Gen 1 is basically an 11 nanometer chip from 2019-2020. It is basically the good old Snapdragon 665-662 combo. That is what it is from 2019. Nothing more, nothing less. They tried to revive an old 2019 processor and then They tried to revive an old 2090 processor and then give it a new name so that they can sell it for you guys. That is just a shameless tactic, right? Let's move on. 8MP camera for the A3X, 50MP camera for the A3 4G. It's the same 50MP main camera that you find on the Oppo A5 Pro. Of course, speakers, there's mono for the A3, A3X, there's stereo for the A5 Pro. Now, whilst the A3 and A3X, they have a 3.5mm jack, the Oppo A5 Pro lacks that feature, doesn't have it, okay? Then, everything else is the same. 4G, Wi-Fi 5, Bluetooth 5, GPS, USB, NFC, fingerprints, side-mounted fingerprint, accelerometer, proximity sensor, compass, all the same. Then, when it comes to batteries, they both have 45 watts of fast charge. The A3 and the A3X on one hand, they have a 5100 mAh battery, whilst the Oppo A5 Pro has a 5800 mAh battery. The Oppo A3 is selling for 250k. 250k, guys. 250k. 250k for a budget phone that should not be selling more than 170. I'm even being generous by saying 170. The Oppo A5 Pro, on the other hand, is actually selling for 330,000. 330,000 for a phone that is marginally better. I mean, look at the areas where it's better. IP68, right? Screen protection is what it is. I really am not really big on that, because if you protect your phone, accidents happen, yes, but if you protect your phone from falls, you're not careless and hopefully you're not unlucky, you really don't need all that. I've had Gorilla Glass 5 screen protection and my phone still fell and broke. The glass still shattered, so it is what it is. Then extra 700 mAh of battery. That is where we now get almost 100k difference. And this is 700 mAh, extra 3MP for selfie, right? Extra speaker. Are they really worth 100,000? If I put this Oppo A5 Pro next to a phone like the Samsung Galaxy A16 4G or the Redmi Note 14 4G, not even the Pro, the basic 4G. If I put the Oppo A5 Pro next to both of these phones, you would see that this phone does not even command the price that these people are asking for. And this is not the first time they've done it. They've done it with the, I think I called that the Oppo A3X last year. I think I did that. I think I've also called that the Oppo Reno 8. I think I've also done that too as well, right? The problem with Oppo right now is that for some reason they believe that they are like a premium brand or something, because they can afford to tell your talking heads, the big ones, the ones that they post a video and they are getting 30k views, 50k views, because they have all those people in their corner. They believe that it's their divine right to overprice phones. So I mean, OP, probably the name was inspired from them wanting to overprice stuff. Because I see no reason why they would be selling a phone with it's essentially a budget processor, budget cameras, budget everything, right? I mean, even the Itel what's it called now? The Itel RS4 can boast of 45 watts fast charge, and it does not sell as much as this one. With a better processor, the same 720p display, and it's selling for around 190, 180k as at the last time I checked. Come on. Seriously, why is nobody talking about this? And I've seen people come to ask me, Jeffrey, are Oppo phones okay? Are Oppo phones this? Are Oppo phones that? And in my conscience, right, as somebody who owes a moral obligation to tell the public the truth, I cannot gladly recommend an Oppo phone with these prices that they are stating here for anybody, for a clear conscience, because these phones are not worth this much. Guys, really. If by any chance, honestly, I'd like for this video to go viral so that a lot of people like see these things that these companies are doing and then vote with their wallets and their debit cards and their credit cards, so that the company gets a rethink and says, okay, we should do better. But if nobody comes and talks about this, they would keep doing what it is that they're doing, and people will continue to be probably ignorant, willfully or not, to the fact that what this company is doing is mostly a cash grab. Because there is no reason why a budget phone with budget specs should be selling for over 300k when it is almost the same thing as its predecessor, because both phones are the same. What's okay, seriously, how many extra minutes, 30, maybe 40, 45 minutes with an extra 800 mAh get you 5MP to 8MP, just 3MP, 3 megapixel difference, which in the grand scheme of things really isn't that much of a big deal. Or water protection, really, keep your phone away from water, you don't need all that. Is that really worth the price of this phone. But hey, it is what it is, right? I'm only here to, I can only come and then point out this stuff and then hope that people see it for what it is and then take action. Usually these videos, if it gets maybe if I'm lucky, a few thousand views and that's it, it ends here. But for those people who actually take out the time to watch, I hope you are educated. I hope you go and check out this stuff for yourself and then see it for what it actually is. My name is Jeffrey. Thank you very much for coming. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.